Hey, good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. Um, I, I want you to know that today is flower day for me. We are under shutdown. We'll talk about that. But to me, having fresh flowers in my house, especially with the holiday coming for me on Thursday, I am going flower shopping today. I will wear my mask. I will be social distanced. I know what I want. I will go into Joe's. I will get my flowers and I will get out. I will be safe. Good morning. It's flower day. So I'm using this, which is probably one of the cutest little coffee things I've ever had. Like it has a little shovel for stirring. I do believe it's a Bible verse because it says, "Let your heart rejoice." And then there's a bunch of little things. So I'm sure it must be from the Bible. How cute is that? And like a flower pot, with a base. Friends are blossoms in the garden of life. Thank you, my friends. You are my blossoms. And if you could come over and fill my living room, I wouldn't need to go out and buy flowers today. Wouldn't that be special? So, what a news day for COVID, huh? I mean, it's insane. Giuliani is in the hospital now with COVID. I heard a horrible story yesterday. A friend of mine, daughter, who is in college, came home for Thanksgiving to be with her family. Okay, you judge that however you judge that. That's the story. She came home to be with her family, spent Thanksgiving with her family, went back to school, got home. Her roommates were all there, unloaded all her stuff, sat and chatted with her roommates. And in the course of the conversation, they let her know that they all had COVID. And of course, now she has COVID. But they didn't tell her before she came back. And one of her roommates works in a restaurant and has not stopped working because he doesn't have a bad case. People, this is how it is spreading the way it's spreading. There are less than 10% of beds available in hospitals all across Southern California and part of Northern California. 33 million of the 39 million people here are now under what I lovingly refer to as house arrest. We have a statewide stay-at-home order, almost statewide, to try and fight this thing. Look, this is not a punishment. This is to protect us. This is to get rid of what is killing our people. Okay, I don't need to preach to the choir, right? Because if you're listening to me now, chances are that's what you believe anyway. And I want to be the sunshine. I don't want to be the doomsday girl, right? So just wear your mask, wash your hands. You can be with people without physically being with them. Yeah. And there's this, and there's Zoom, and there's portals, and there's telephones, and there's texts, and there's letters. There's so many ways to do it. Yeah, just fill your time doing some good things and make people happy. Yeah, baby. Make them happy. Yeah. So, okay. One more not particularly happy thing before we go on. It is Pearl Harbor Day, and I want to acknowledge it for all of those who lost their lives or lost someone who lost their life. Pearl Harbor Day was it was a pivotal day for Americans in so many ways, and a day that will go down in infamy and has. We're living in a year that's going to go down in infamy. 2020, the year that will go down in infamy. The pandemic of 2020. Whew, yeah. 29 degrees where you are. Wow. I would imagine it's probably only in the 40s here, but I at least know that it's going to get up into the high 70s, maybe even 80 today. Yeah, well, I'll go play my tennis and I'll wear a jacket. And by the time we're done, I'll have the jacket off and be roasty toasty. Mm. But you know what? There's something nice about being inside, looking out where it's cold, don't you think? And that crispy feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, it's going up to the high 30s. Okay. Well, soup is good. Soup is good. I don't know what the food of the day is other than cotton candy. It's National Cotton Candy Day. I don't know if that'll warm you up, but how fun. Have you ever made cotton candy? I used to have a cotton candy machine. It is so fun to just, kind of whirl it around. I don't like the sugar, so I don't eat the cotton candy, but I sure did enjoy making it. And I absolutely love watching people pull it off, and it looks so light and fluffy, and then you pull it off and it's all stick together goopy. Tomorrow is brownie day. Oh, you're a day ahead of me, Opa. I love brownies. For someone who doesn't like chocolate, I love brownies with lots and lots of walnuts, lots of walnuts. And what do you call the product? The brownie brittle? Have you had brownie brittle? Oh my God. Love brownie brittle because it's the crispy part, like the top of the brownies, except that's all it is. You don't have the other part, just the crispy part. I love brownie brittle. Oh, you like the edges? I like the top. I like the top. Yeah. So it is also, by the way, Johnny Bench's birthday. Baseball player Johnny Bench. Remember him? I don't know him from baseball. I know him because he dated one of my ex next door neighbors. Yeah. So I know all these Johnny Bench secrets, but I'm sworn to secrecy. So I can't tell. That's all there's to it. But yes, my neighbor Sue dated Johnny Bench and pretty much everybody else on the planet. She was a flight attendant, except in those days, she wasn't a flight attendant. She was a stewardess. And the stories she used to tell me were hilarious. Sue was hilarious. She had a pet. The pet's name was Mace. And as the name would imply, Mace was a skunk. So I used to have to go in and feed Mace when she was out on flights. Mace was de-stinkenized, whatever you call it. He had his little stink thing removed. So I felt really okay about it. It was more like having a cat around. But yeah, it was still kind of creepy to go in and go, Mace, come here, Mace. And Mace would come out and I'd have to feed him basically cat food anyway. So that's my story about Mace the skunk. Yeah. Did you ever get skunked or have an animal that got skunked? And then you have to give them like what did we do? Tomato juice baths or something? Only once that happened. It was disgusting. Yeah, it was. Yeah, getting skunked. That's no fun. I have a little cold in my nose today. What else? Oh, it's the anniversary of the death of Rube Goldberg. He died in 1970. Do you know who Rube Goldberg was? If you don't, you need to Google Rube Goldberg. He came up with these. You've seen people copy his style. Somebody wrote this about him and I love it. I have to read this to you. He made the easy look outrageously difficult. Like if he wanted to stir his coffee, he would set up a contraption that had stuff rolling and throwing and knocking over and, like a house of cards. And then eventually it would drop. Oh, I was showing you into my coffee, but it's next to the computer. And eventually the spoon would just like drop into the coffee. Rube Goldberg. And when you like, I think they call it gerrymander, jerry something up, jerry rig. That's what it is. Jerry rig. When you want to fix something and you don't have the right thing to fix it. So you fix it with all these weird things. It's almost like you set up a Rube Goldberg machine, so like one thing knocks over the another thing, which knocks over the third thing, which knocks over the fourth thing, which makes the fifth thing roll down and around. And yeah. Hey, Henry, thanks for joining us. Go ahead. Love you. Have a great day. Yeah, Rube Goldberg. It's fun to, if you get bored, just build a Rube Goldberg machine. Today, we also remember HaystacksCalhoun. Anybody out there remember HaystacksCalhoun? Because I sure do. I can't tell you why. It's not like I can't. It's like I don't remember, so I can't tell you why. I loved wrestling when I was like junior high school age. Go figure. It was like the thing, there was Ricky Tricky Star. Ricky Tricky Star would come like out in like a tutu, and he would dance around the ring and beat the crap out of people. HaystacksCalhoun, giant. Then there was Gorgeous George. I don't know that I thought he was gorgeous, but he was like a cartoon. So my family actually went a few times to watch wrestling. We went to wrestling matches. It was fake, but so exciting. My kid brother was a wrestler in high school. That was yucky because people actually got hurt. But watching pro wrestling, I didn't seem to worry about them getting hurt because it was so theatrical and so much fun. Yeah. HaystacksCalhoun, he was a big guy. Whoa. Yeah, never aspired to be a wrestler, by the way, but I did enjoy watching them. True story, that. So here we are. First week of December is almost over. Hanukkah starts on Thursday. We're only like, 2 weeks? Not even. Yeah, but a little over 2 weeks from Christmas. This is supposed to be the happy time of year. There is joy here, folks. Seriously. You might have to look a little harder than usual to find it, but it is there. It is there. I got to see my mom yesterday. Oh my God, she's so cute. If you go to my Facebook page, I posted a picture of how she looks. Maybe I'll post it for you on What Do I Say, What Do I Do? Because I know if you're watching this, you're probably part of that Facebook group. She just is so cute. She's not like totally there except to tell me how much she loves me and how beautiful I am. Who doesn't want to hear that, right? I mean, come on. I did, however, get a call last night from the head of the home where she's living. One of the residents tested positive for COVID, so they're on lockdown again, which means that my visit on Wednesday to bring her Hanukkah presents and have her sign Hanukkah cards for all her grandchildren, not going to happen on Wednesday. But they said I could visit her through the window and they would have somebody there to get the cards from me at the door, help her sign them and give them back to me, and would take her the presents and be there so they could help her open them and understand what her presents were. So, yeah. Opa, I get it. I'm sure you do miss your mom. Who doesn't? And you know what? I have my mom, and most of the time I miss my mom. Yeah. Here's to moms. Okay. Lockdown can be fun. Find fun things to do. And besides, don't you have like a ton of correspondence and holiday cards to get out? Maybe you weren't even planning on doing it, but you certainly have time, right? So get out there and write some notes. Have an awesome day. Remember Pearl Harbor? It's a day that will go down in infamy, the same as 2020. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Bye-bye.